Hey everybody out there, my name is Malak. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit the sub button, hit the notification bell to be notified when I do go live. Today we are going to be talking about Tori Lanez, none other but Tori Lanez. Right now, I got somebody I would like to bring up before I even talk about it. Y'all know it's my boy, you know what I'm saying? Welcome my boy Perry up in here.
What up, Pimpin'?
What's up with you?
Hey, it's all
What's
about you, man. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, but what you think about this man? Like he done shot her, he shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot in LA. And then he tried to come out and say he made a song to my sorry, but I had to. He made a song saying sorry, but I had to. And in the song, I'm gonna play it later. In the song, he says that I don't know who shot you, that I wasn't the one who shot you. Basically, lines like I didn't shoot you. You know what I'm saying? But it's clear as day, you know, people will go on a rant or a rap. They'll say stuff in the studio just to make it rhyme. But at the same time, you can't justify the fact that you did shoot the girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it this way. The man facing 22 years for this crime. I mean, who wouldn't lie? You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't lie on the track?
I mean, for sure, he definitely lied about it. I remember when it happened, she said that she stepped on glass. They all was lying, okay? So, and then about a week later, as far as I remember, then that's when she said it happened, right? About a week later.
Yep.
And then he denied it, and then, I don't know. I mean, apparently he did it. Yeah, now, I don't know why he would shoot the girl in the foot.
Me either.
Now, I mean, that's sort of, I mean, you know, maybe you need anger management or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's deeper than anger management because, you know, some of these rap guys had a tendency of like abusing women. Oh, excuse me, I ain't mean to say that, but like doing stuff to women. You know what I'm saying? Like doing weird stuff. What if they punching them, slapping them? Like I was watching something earlier about this one dude that died from Chicago, KTS Bond or something. He was smacking like the woman, like pow, like because they would say it was like she was like, I listened to G Herb. He was like, what, and just smacked her. I said, oh man, like what is wrong with these men in hip hop nowadays? That it's crazy because they'll do something to a woman real quick. Like, but then they'll go out there and try to kill each other with guns as man. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of weird to me, but is that a way, if he trying to thank you for the super chat, I appreciate you a lot. But is that a way that he's trying to well, what's her name? Christy. Thank you for the super chat. Let me say your name. But is that a way that he's trying to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like trying to have control. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but Gio, what kind of control? Seriously, okay. We might try to control our woman or have our way or get our point across. But when have you thought about, hey, well, let me get control and let me pop her in the foot?
That part.
Now, I mean, really,
I'm talking about putting my hand on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, hit, let me get control and hit her and see what that's.
That's one thing you would never forget. Now, you know, maybe, I mean, I don't condone none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you shouldn't put your hand on a woman and all that. But a little arguing, if y'all got too close, a little shove away, that somebody might can shun off later. But trust me, shoot me in the foot. It's something you're gonna remember forever. Every time she put those pumps on and her little toes start to curl up from those gunshot, she gonna remember who did it. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. I think that's what was eating her up though. Like she and it's like, is that a code of ethic? Like, did she have that much code of ethic that she take a shot to the foot and don't immediately just come out and just say, oh, it was him? She didn't say nothing about the man for a full week or so. I think it was 2 weeks. It went by for like it was quiet, and then next thing you know, because he was like trying to, you know, Tori Lanez will drop music. Like, if you don't know him, he'll just drop music like after an incident. So what he did was he went to go drop a song talking about sorry, but I had to. And in the song, he was talking about Asian Dog, because Asian Dog really, I think, was set it off. I think Asian Dog dates King Bun, if I'm not mistaken, the boy from Chicago. I think that's they're a couple. She came out and said something about it. She was addressing the situation, And so he felt like he had to say something because it was a lot of public people speaking of him. Charlemagne, I think, gave him Donkey of the Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's seeing all these people attack him left and right. Somebody saying something, yeah, you did it. Yeah, you did it. He just made a song saying he didn't do it. Thank you, Martha, for the super chat. I appreciate you a lot. But he just made a song about that he didn't do it. And so I'm sitting up there listening to it. And I'm like, man, this dude just going in on everybody saying F the people on social media, F the paparazzi, F everybody. He didn't do it, basically, trying to plead for his innocence through music. Do you think that works? When you done shot somebody, do you think that is a way to plead your case to the court?
Well, perhaps maybe he think he could put his music out there saying I didn't do it. People start to mimic his lyrics and psychologically start to believe he didn't do it. But you know what's the truth about this whole thing, though, right? Is when it happened, she didn't really come clean. She said she stepped on some glass, and I guess it, as far as what I sort of heard of it, it started at Kylie Jenner's house, right?
Yeah.
And supposedly, you know how rumors go. I don't know for a fact, but supposedly they got into something about him talking to Kylie Jenner, and then she got mad or something. Must have said something to him, and he got angry and messed up her pedicure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what took her so long to come clean with it. Maybe she was trying to reconcile with him, willing to, try to act like nothing happened until that following week. Maybe he just kept blowing her off and she got pissed and then actually came clean. Do you know why she came clean?
I think, honestly, the reason why she came clean, because people kept telling her she was lying. Like, you lying. A lot of people, a lot of fans, a lot of people were, I don't know what people was attacking. It could have been celebrities. It could have been anybody, because celebrities have celebrities that's their fans, especially if you're a rap artist, movie star. You got a person. It could be Trump that loves you. You know what I'm saying? It could be a Biden. It could be Obama that like you. You know what I'm saying? It just, you'll have fans that's already celebrities that's gonna like you because they like listening to your music. They work out to it. So she probably got tired of the fans always saying, "Oh, you lying on Tori Lanez, you lying on him," and that's what, because I kept hearing her say that during her live, like, "Why the F would y'all think I lie about somebody who shot me in the foot? Yeah, that mug shot me in the foot."
Yeah,
she went off. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, like, because I remember it was like at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 p.m. when it dropped that, and I hurried up and dropped the video on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, because I didn't want to even jump into it until I knew that it was a fact. And when she came out and said it, before she even said it, she showed the pictures of her foot. It wasn't fake. Her foot actually had a hole in it. You know what I'm saying? And it had to get stitched up. Like, if anybody know how a gunshot wound look, it looks something similar to that. Especially, she was shot with a high caliber pistol. Like with I think it was a 4.5. It was a big gun. It was chrome. You know what I'm saying? The gun was big. Like, and then I think the gun was like, that's the weirdest thing. Why would he be carrying a gold, silver gun like that? Like,
it wasn't regular to me, right?
Big. But Perry, this gun was like this big. Like the gun was big.
Almost like a Smith and Wesson. Yeah, almost like a Smith and Wesson, huh? But check this out. So I guess it's sort of odd too, right? So she's claiming she stepped on glass. But anybody that gave her treatment would clearly know they're not finding glass in her foot, or it don't look like a glass cut. It would look like more of a bullet hole, right?
Yep.
So why did I guess what I'm trying to say? And she had to get stitches from somewhere. She didn't go home, do it yourself kid, do it, right? So somebody should have known that she was lying. It had to be some bullet fragments and stuff in there or something, right? Yep. So I don't understand why it really took a week for them to have to come clean with it, but maybe it's something I'm missing. But let's talk. I'm actually about this. So obviously he's guilty of the thing, right? But he's getting like what 22 years?
Woo!
They say he's facing 22 years. But And look, I'm not saying he don't deserve it. I mean, but I think people who actually murder people deserve more time. And I watch a lot of these murder channels and stuff. Man, I be seeing people come in getting 10 years. What? For murder. But then a person get 22, but maybe, I don't know. It's sort of weird.
It's it's the weirdest thing too. Some of this stuff be seeming like they want to diminish the artist's character. Like, cause I heard he was supposed to leave his record label. Like he was supposed to leave his label. He was gonna leave his label. And so when they find out you finna do something like that, they gonna do anything to tarnish your name. They might just pop up with something on you. But let me bring you. I'm gonna bring up D Brooklyn and the Nurse Nerd. They down here and let's see what they say about it.
What up, D Brook? What's up, lady? How you be?
What's going on? Hey, I am so glad to see y'all together on camera again, on the same screen like that. Look at y'all. For real.
What can you say? You can't break an untouchable thing that we got together. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, brotherhood is brotherhood. You feel me? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I got a question. I don't know. I'm an old head, so I don't know these newer artists. I don't know the record labels that they're signed to. Do you happen to know? And I can't read the comments, so if you see it in the comments, you got to relay it to me. Does anybody know what record label Tori Lanez is signed to?
I think.
I'm not.
Was it Def Jam? I don't know. To be honest,
I'm asking because I don't know.
Younger people, like music for younger people. I'm a little up there.
Like I said, I don't know these young boys and young folks in the industry. I don't know. I know their music. I know a little bit of behind the scene or little backstory, very little. But there's a reason why I'm asking.
Oh,
now,
he's
what record label?
He's with Interscope.
Okay. What record label is she on?
She was with Jay-Z. She had a lot of. And I'm gonna tell you something.
She's not signed with Rockefeller.
Going on at first, and people y'all might have forgot, but remember Jay-Z or something. Her record label wasn't paying her.
No, that was a different record label. 300.
Now she's with 300.
No, she was with 300 with Carl Crawford that has a whole nother artist, and now she's co-managed with Rock Nation. It's
okay.
It's in addition to what she already has.
She signed underneath the phony deal though. She
No,
signed.
well, okay, outside of
Rock Nation, but with the 300 thing, that was a phony deal. What she signed on.
I think we'll take away from that because, like most people, if you have a nursing license, if you're a doctor, if you're whatever you are, a therapist or whatever, you always end up take away the artist thing. You always end up in some weird like hospital, some horrible shift that you don't want to work. Everybody goes through. You just kind of let me just get an opportunity, an internship, something, just so you can get your foot wet and have your resume to build off of it and go from there. Let's take that away. The whole discussion is about Tori Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, someone shooting someone allegedly. We have to be very careful when, for me, I don't know about you guys, but I never was around with the whole Biggie and Tupac situation. So I don't know what that thing was. But that seems to be a huge thing that to this day people are blaming Puff, they're paying this person. It was like this huge mystery. So to me, I think that this is our generation of Biggie and Puff, but this is a female and the male version, which makes it even more like, kind of like something you can't touch. For me, looking outside, looking in, it's this thing about, we all have to remember these are two adult people. Megan is not a 16-year-old kid or a 15-year-old kid that didn't know and just happened to shot around something. This is an adult woman, and then this is an adult male. So anyone that's on here needs to understand, I don't care what the situation is, you do not put your hand on anyone because you don't know what that person's reaction will be. I don't care if they'll shoot you, do not put your hands on people. And in the same way, if someone is speaking and you can't control yourself as an adult and you do something to harm them, whatever comes your way, you get your jail, you get assistance, you need it all. But
okay, I'm gonna say this real quick, nerd. But let me get Joanna appreciation for the super chat. I appreciate you a lot. Don't think that your super chat didn't go unseen. I seen it, but you basically saying whatever happened in that car, what if she was beating him or whatever, or doing whatever? So it's okay for him to shoot her in the foot?
I didn't say any of that. I said that we do not know the story because these people are charged. That doesn't mean you're guilty. But what I'm saying is, this is something that I grew up with my dad. You cannot provoke someone physically to the point where if they react, you can't control how that person's reaction will be. Same way you can't sit up there and touch on me and then think that I'm liable to stab you. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
But you cannot provoke. You talking about adult people. You're not talking about kids. So I'm not saying who needs to beat who and who needs to shoot who. Unless she had a gun, I have no reason why this man would shoot her. Like,
I mean, he's short though. You gotta think about it. Megan Thee Stallion.
There's nothing about that. Unless she was physically like really bamming this man,
jacking him up in the car, like little boy, boy.
Listen, that's also another conversation too, Gio. I feel like it's kind of touchy-feely too, as far as Black women are concerned too. Everybody loves to make it seem as if though we're so angry and we're physically violent to where Tori's like this little midget, one inch guy. He's been with other women before, and these other women have said, "Oh, he's been like you said, Asian or whatever." But yet, it looks bad on y'all to sit up there be talking about, "Oh, Tori's a midget and he's like a F boy." Meanwhile, you was screwing the man. You look like you look like a dummy.
You got in the bed with that leprechaun. So
who's worse, the leprechaun or you? But for me, like I said, I grew up with this. You do not play this type of game with people, because when you are talking about another person, I don't care if it's a man or a woman. You come up with somebody and you come and talk to them crazy, just make sure you can fight or you have your arms, because if you talk crazy to me, I'm coming back with something. I don't know nothing else.
Yeah, it's like, to be honest with you, it's best to like not even put hands on yourself. Y'all gonna come to a disagreement, just do that, because it looks, I ain't even trying to say it's a race thing, but as far as the Black community and what we going through, they making us look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think they're trying to distract us from something else, because I don't understand. Like the Tori and Megan thing, really and truly, she wasn't going to say anything until people just kept, harassing it. Like Rihanna, to this day, we have no idea what happened in the car with her and Chris Brown. Nobody has an idea.
Somebody said,
I mean, I don't know what happened at Kelly's house, what happened in the car, but the only thing I can truly say, in my strong opinion, is that I don't see no reason for that man to have shot her in the foot.
But how do we know that he's the one that shot her? Remember, we're not the court of opinion.
Okay, but didn't he get proved guilty for it, or no? Or he's just in jail, huh?
Hold on. You know how they can find out that he did shot? Okay, I done been around street guys, whatever. When I seen police come up, what they do, they'll take you down. Usually, if you're smart enough, you know how to get rid of the gun residue off your hand. See, they can trace that soon. Like if you fire a weapon within the first 24 hours or something like that, you have gun residue powder on your hand. Like when you shoot it, all that gun residue come off onto your hand. So they probably took an investigation, because they did arrest him, and they probably tracked him with gun residue on his hand. He probably had it on his hand. You know what I'm saying? He probably it was probably all over the car, but they looking to see whose hand is gonna be on the most, and it probably was on his hand. So that's probably why they charged him with the crime, because who else gonna shoot a gun?
Listen, whoever shot her or whatever happened, they need to be held up against the most with the court of law, not the court of opinion, because we crucify everybody every other week, and we sit up here looking like dummies with eggs on our face. But whatever the court of law is, and whatever the criminology and whatever that is, they need to be held like completely.
Well,
when people are calling Megan a snitch, how's she a snitch? She wasn't in the game.
She's a victim.
How you call somebody a snitch? Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I think that's what she was looking at it like trying to follow a code of ethic or something. I'm like,
I'm not in the game.
That's what I'm trying. I'm saying the same exact thing you saying, Nurse Nerd. Like she should have been saying something at the first night of her getting shot. She was
hello.
Gio.
She should have been like, it's him.
It's Gio. Look.
Gio, we don't know who was with her. There's a reason why I asked record labels. You don't know who was with her. Now, there could have been somebody in her ear like, hey, Tori got some stuff, because you don't know distribution can be for the same people. Now, if this goes out, it can mess up her stuff too.
Yeah. Someone's career is
So
going to be affected.
somebody could have been in her ear. I don't know. That's possibly why she lied.
I don't know.
You see what
I
I'm saying?
wouldn't say the girl lied. Now,
I
like,
don't know about
Well,
that.
omitted.
she got
Omitted.
shot, but I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Didn't say nothing.
Police, if the police can't do their job, they're gonna send the FBI. FBI probably already on the case because the police probably already checking for gun residue. They locked him up, and then because obviously if they're charging him, somewhere they found evidence that he did it. Somewhere they found, you can't. It's like if he's facing 22 years, why is the man facing 22 years? They saying he's just facing. That doesn't mean allegedly you can get those full 22 years if you just facing them. You might get, if you found guilty, you might get a plea. He might clap out a plea deal. You know what I'm saying? Where did he get half?
Cop out a plea deal. He said he didn't do it. So what you copping out a plea deal for? If I didn't do it, I didn't do it.
Okay. Now I'll say this. I don't know if the man did it or not. And actually, when I just heard the news, to me, like I said, I'm not into all this music, like this younger music and stuff. I assumed that he had got found guilty of it. But you said he just got charged and he was arrested.
Yeah, charged.
Okay.
Yes.
But I would just say this though, but most people, before they make a plea deal, do come and say, I didn't do it, right? Typically. So I can't use that as defense and say, well, he said it won't be a plea deal because he said he didn't do it. I don't know if he did it or not, because now it sounds like what y'all saying is that she could be afraid to actually say who shot her.
No, she said who shot her.
To blame him, huh?
No, she said who shot her. She said it on the live. She said Tori shot her.
Okay, so at that point, do you think that she don't know who shot her, or could possibly know who else shot her, but just willing to blame it on him?
No, there was one sentence before she said that. She said she was walking away. She was down the street, some weird distance type of thing. So it does come into a plausible cause. It's 2:00 in the morning. You guys were drinking. You said you were walking away. So in a sense, if your back is to whomever it is that was behind you, it does come into, well, what if it was another person? What if it opens up door? She said a sentence beforehand. It wasn't like I was standing right there and the man took out a gun and shot me. She didn't say that. She said I was walking away. So then it opens up, well, if your back is turned, how do you know who shot you? How do you even know you got shot?
I'm gonna put it this way. I know for sure when a gun goes off, everybody in that car hands was tracked for gun residue. They're gonna check everybody's hand for gun residue. Period. Perry, you know when you shoot a gun, they check, and it's in this crime scene or whatever's going on. They checking them hands for gun residue. Period. And the only way you can get rid of gun residue off your hands is washing it with bleach for hours, literally.
Well,
on your clothes.
Now I'll say this. I mean, because actually, like I said, I ain't been following the case like this, but this kind of news you happen to hear. I'm sure they would have to have some type of evidence to issue that warrant for his arrest. Now, just because it's been issued a warrant for your arrest, don't mean you're guilty. I get that part. Mm-hmm. So, but do y'all guys actually think the girl was walking down the street and actually thought she stepped on glass and cut her foot? No, I'm just wondering.
I would imagine you'd know a difference between a gunshot and you getting hit, you know.
I don't care how much you drink, you're going to know the difference.
Maybe she was thinking when she heard that, bam, she thought she stepped on a bottle and that made the noise. I'm just saying. I mean, because she rolled with this story for a minute. It could be a conspiracy. Like I said, I am no lawyer, no judge, nothing. I'm just a fool on here giving my opinion. And I don't understand if she's saying it and I'm gonna keep it real with this whole thing, right? Because you're saying that, yeah, she said he did it, but did she say she wasn't sure?
No, she said I was walking away. She didn't say she wasn't sure. She said I was walking away. We had an argument in the car, whatever. I got out the car. I was walking away.
That's the motive. The argument is the motive. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was walking away and he shot me. Tori shot me.
Okay, so now I'm not gonna say this word.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna say this word. But typically, everything got to be proven in court. I don't want to, like you said, evidence gonna prove itself. I don't know if the man did it or not. But when a female come out and use the R word, at a certain point, you can only accept it as being true for that time. You see what I'm saying? So if she's saying it at this point, we can lean and say, well, hey, I'm sure she could have knew what happened to her, but it's still got to be proven in court, though. So I don't want to sit here and doubt it and come up with all these conspiracies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds exactly, Perry. I'm taking the same approach. At the end of the day, I'm not these people attorneys. I have no evidence. I'm not Megan. I'm not Tori. I have no idea. But just listening to the music, taking it all away, like I said about the whole Biggie and Pac, this huge mystery to this day, everybody's still pointing fingers and nobody really knows what happened. It sounded as if though even before she talked about this on IG Live. It wasn't like she was sitting down with an attorney and doing like, the legal jargon way. She was on Instagram Live, a free app that quote unquote people pressured her to say what happened. No one on a free app can pressure me if I'm a millionaire. You think I give a damn what the hell you people think? I don't care. I'm
and
empowered.
what's said on Instagram doesn't mean a thing either.
But what you said, that's true. At the end of the day, listen, they have their day in court. Whomever is found guilty, and we do know how the justice system works. But this is going to be a very big conversation where it is going to go back into the Black community to say, oh, a Black man is being convicted and a Black woman. Now we have this protect Black women and Black. It's all kind of stuff where it's like, that has nothing to do with it. It's just Tori Lanez and Megan. And really, they would have kept it under wraps. It wasn't until TMZ had that video footage. This whole time, nobody said anything. TMZ had a video footage, and then it started pressuring everything.
Well, I got two more callers up here, Nurse Nerd, and I love your opinion. You actually come up here and bring raw, raw attention to people. Like you open
I just want us to be fair. You know that's all I want, just to be fair.
No conspiracy theories, just straight to the.
Just be fair, because we got to remember, a lot of times when these celebrities do this foolishness, it then trickles down to the everyday person. Then it becomes, social media, this person said that you did this and this person, I think Salt Bay recently, there was this girl that was twerking in a restaurant. Based off of this person's camera view, it looked like her boyfriend came in to beat her up because she was twerking. Come to find out, somebody else had a different angle. It wasn't even her boyfriend. That man don't even know this girl. He was coming at the. It's the angle, it's the story, it's the media. I beg us all. We have to be very careful the things that come out of our mouth and what we say about people. It is very easy for everyone to blame someone, and God forbid, it's like the child that called Wolf. You call Wolf so many times, when something really happens to you, nobody believes you because you always pointing the finger at someone.
Yep. Hey, but I'm gonna drop y'all. I got two more callers to bring up. Thank you, Nurse Nerd and D Brooklyn, for y'all opinion.
All right,
tell
Diz I said what's up.
All right.
Tell him we said what's up. I ain't seen him in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
All right, let me bring up Rory.
Hey, what's up?
Oh yeah. Thank you. Tammy, thank you. It was a while ago. Dr. AJ, you go again. There you go.
Hey, Gio, somebody
go. It's Dr. AJ. Hold on. She always got that echo going on in her stuff. I don't know what be going on in her phone, but Rory, if I say your name right?
It's Rory.
Rory, what you think about the Tori Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation?
Honestly, this situation is so twisted because like I saw the videotape and then I'm just like, Megan's like, well, I walked away and someone shot me. Okay, so if you walked away and someone shot you while you're barefoot, why the hell were you barefoot in the first place?
I think she had some shoes on in it. You know how it is. She probably had shoes on in the car. Probably when she got to what's her name house? What's that girl? Kylie Jenner. Yeah, Kylie Jenner house. She probably had shoes on. They was in the pool and stuff. They probably all got in their little bathing suit. So she, they get in the car. It's a comfortable car. Probably got a little plush leather and some.
Still doesn't matter.
You're gonna take your shoes off though. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take your shoes off.
still does not matter. You have to, for me personally, I'm not gonna walk around barefoot anywhere, right? Because like you don't know like what could run up in your foot, you know, it could be a needle, you know, like it could be anything. But my whole thing about it is just like if she knew what this cat was into from jump, why did she wanted to chill with him and everything else? Like there's so many holes in the story. It's just like everybody has their own different version. And the thing is that like because Tori Lanez is Canadian and he's from Brampton, everybody just cancel him out. Because as soon as they heard it, they were like, yo, they're done. They can't deal with Tori.
I mean, let me ask you this question seriously, right? Do you really think because he's Canadian, that's why that they just did it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, my opinion wouldn't go to there. You said if he was a Black American, nothing would happen.
Listen, if he was Black American, like the book would drop hard on him. Not like we can't front about that, you know?
Right. So I'm saying, like, okay, do you think the female know who shot her? I mean,
I think she does know who shot her, but I don't know why she's just keeping it quiet. Because if someone shot me, and one of my best friends know, I know my best friends are crazy. Like they're crazy white guys. They would just get someone get got, you know.
Okay.
They'll just straight up wilding. They're not gonna be just like stand there and stay quiet, like if someone is like holding their mouth shut. They would say something or they will run up on somebody.
Okay, I say this.
But she knows who shot her.
Huh?
She knows who shot her.
Okay, right. Okay, say this for example. Say she do. Let's say it was him, and we got women that does it, guys do it to, you know, get messed up, but they hate to see their partner get charged for something, and they just take it, right? And then so because when she starts saying I just stepped on glass, it's almost like she's kind of framing it, not wanting to tell the truth to protect somebody. And typically, if they was dating or whatever, what if she want to keep dating them and at all costs, and then see if they can swing it over, and then things didn't work out. He got worse over the course of a week. Or
Perry basically trying to say that penis must have been good for her, so she didn't even take that foot.
It doesn't matter. Your safety comes first. It doesn't matter your safety comes first.
I think it's something else because oddly enough, after all this stuff happened, boom, doors started opening for her. I'm not saying they weren't already open, but right after that happens, like things were like back after back. She was getting magazine deals. She was doing this. She was doing that. It just seems very suspicious. Gio, when it comes to the gun residue, if it was the gun residue, they would have went on ahead and took them on in because they do that within 24 hours.
Exactly.
The thing within the ballistics of the bullets from his gun versus the fragments that were in her ankle, they would have looked at that within a week or two. So at this point, I think that she went and reneged on what she said.
But let me meet you real quick. But they did take him into custody that night. He probably, you never know, people can get out. The money means a lot though. Like if you didn't kill the person, you can get out if you well known public figure. You can get out of jail.
But
money speak.
But the thing is just like if someone gets shot, they would take the residue and stuff.
The guy who killed George Floyd just set bail for $1 million.
Oh Lord, that's another thing that would just get me more pissed off. Straight.
It's true. See, you gotta. I look into these things. I go pay attention to what be going on. You know what I'm saying? I have enough time on my hand. Before I start work, an hour of my day, I'm looking the whole time. I go fact check it. I go to Google. I go to Bing. I go to all types of other different. I go to the Instagrams. I'm just going to look into it. Like I'm my own investigator. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have went to school for justice.
Same here. I should have went to school to do some forensic whatever or get into just being a paralegal instead of doing business admin in culinary school. But that's another thing. But my whole thing is I have been cut with glass before because I'm also a chef, right? When you're cut with glass, it's a straight streak right across, okay? And it will cut an artery. Then you're bleeding like a mofo, okay?
It can be rigid though. It can be rigidy. Some glass, depending on how the way the glass is, it can be rigid.
Yeah, but the thing is, it just went straight into your foot and cut an artery. And then you'll be bleeding a lot faster.
Well, where she was cut on the side of her leg, that's a nerve on that side. The artery is more on the inside of the foot for the foot artery. So where she was just was a nerve supply, so she wouldn't have that much blood loss.
Good. Just my whole thing is just like there's way too many holes. And the thing is just like you say one thing, then you backtrack, then you rewind, then you replay it. Like, come on now, like you know. It's too much, like, because with everything else that's going on, it's just like if someone hurts you, you say who hurt you. You know, you don't protect them because they're not going to protect you. They were supposed to protect you to make sure nothing happens to you while you're around them. Because
right.
believe it or not, the people that you're with, they're kind of responsible for your safety until you leave their property and you're back in your own property.
That's why I want to hear what AJ's saying, because she's saying that she would track. I want to hear what she seemed to know what's going on with this thing. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't follow it like that, just in general. But I want to hear what she had to say.
I mean, my thing is, honestly, with the whole thing, and I hope my speaker is not acting weird. I dropped my phone today. But the whole thing is, Megan, first of all, we don't know how she was raised. She already don't have any parents. Was she raised in the hood? She's probably known to keep it quiet. You feel what I'm saying? Especially to take up for your brother. That's probably how she was raised. But another thing is, when it comes down to it, what all happened? Because I thought they were in the car. So what happened in the car? And then for her to unfriend one of her friends, it's like, what the friend do? Why are you mad at the friend? So at the end of the day, who is she protecting? Is she protecting herself? And like you were saying, Perry, with the record deal, we don't really know what was going on because you know how people can be. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's something else that's underlying within all the drama. And for the DA to take this long to press charges, it's something else. And for him to come out with a diss track, pretty much admitting what he's done for the most part, I feel like, because they take, just like with 6ix9ine, they take those tracks and they're listening to the deeper version, and you only know what they know, what was on the crime scene. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. It's just really one of those things. And so I really wondered if she reneged on her statement because she was afraid, or she thought the truth or something else was going to come out and it was going to be easier to blame him. But like I said, who knows? You know what I'm saying? When you in the hip hop game, it's a game. You feel what I'm saying? But I thought it was very suspicious when, after all that stuff dropped, she was coming out new stuff on top of new stuff on top of new stuff. So that right there, if you really pay attention to the hip hop game, if you get inducted right, your money, your coin's gonna be right.
I guess so.
But I'd love to see the ER report. You know, the history and physical ER report. Normally, like, a patient will come in with the admitting diagnoses and like the sentence of the admitting doctor. They'll be like, "Oh, patient stated I was shot or I was grazed," or something like that. Once they do the MRI or X-rays, just so they can see the particles. But someone else had said if she was shot, tendons would be ruptured and things of that sort.
I said that.
There are people that have been shot in the head, and literally to this day they're walking, they're talking. A lot of things are different in the human body. That's what is so beautiful about the human body. We literally are walking and talking based off of a heart that literally is not connected to anything more. So with that, I don't know. She could have really been shot and it really didn't hit any tendons, which is pretty highly unlikely. But then again, you have people that have been shot. They're fine. They're fine. They out of the bullet.
Well, nurse, this is where she was shot on the lateral foot. You feel what I'm saying? The lateral back heel. So she was probably shot in her bone. There's no major blood supply for the artery, the dorsal pedal artery. There's no major artery on the lateral side. So even though it wasn't as deep as a cut, like a glass or anything like that, I don't know. It just really seemed weird, even looking back at because with me doing surgery and with me going in there and having to sew him up and stuff, just the way that they would have pulled out the bullet, the incision was a little weird.
But even with the decision, you do have that conversation with someone at the hospital just based off of what's the stupid thing to do? Quality assurance. Because God forbid if an infection happened with the bullet, then they'll say, oh, the hospital did something, weird. When we go back and report it, we report it into the county of whatever, stating that this person had a bullet or something. From there on, if this gun is ever retrieved from whatever crime is happening, there's always like the documentation where the last bullet was found or a innocent person, whatever happened. There's always a trail, because at the end of the day, quality insurance is concerned. We don't want to get sued, but at the same intake, we want to make sure that out in the community, whoever's going back in the community is safe. But like you said, there was even to me, when she's following up with the surgeon, it looks like she's at a regular clinic. That's not a surgeon's office.
I'm not going to be on here too
That's weird.
We turning this into a medical report. But,
that is weird.
Thank you, Miss Minnie, for the super chat. I appreciate you a lot. But is there any last word?
Where's my
My last thing I'm going to say, so you guys can be able to hear each other, because something's going on my phone. I know it. When we follow these hip hop people, we just have to remember it's a game, like period, point blank. And within the game is a dangerous game. And when it comes to fame and fortune, people will do some wild things for fame and fortune. My thing is, it had to be an underlying reason. I'm not saying that she provoked him or he provoked, whatever went on, but something happened in that car, which they're not telling us for a purpose.
That is true.
Eventually we'll figure out that purpose. But I really pray, especially with Megan not really having guidance of family from where I can outside looking in, I just pray that she needs to slow down her steps and really take a step back and know that with her freestyle skills are so sick, she's going to be rich anyway. So I just hope that she watches herself in this dangerous game of hip hop. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take care.
Yeah, now it just comes to a point with her that she has to kind of just check, just look around her circle, see who does what, because I have a weird feeling that someone in that circle is just up to something. I just can't put my finger on it, because somebody already told me it's just the people that you keep around you is a reflection of who you are, because she may be a great person. We don't know. But it's just the people around her is just either just coming for a quick come up or something. And with Tori Lanez, I could just cancel him. He's done. I can't deal with him. I just hate the fact that he's Canadian. He's just done. The funny thing was, the fool is my size. I'm 5'5". Homeboy's about 5 whatever. What? Oh my God, I'm done with him. I pray for her that she just gets it together and just watches her circle.
That's true. That's your last word you would like to say, Rory?
That is my last word, unless if you want me to say something else, y'all.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm just gonna cut this short today. You know what I'm saying? But peace and love. Oh,
one more thing. I just want to give a shout out to D Brooklyn, because I always see you on here, and whenever I'm on here, you're not on here. So this is the first time I get to see you on here. And Nurse Nerd, hey, Nurse Nerd, my girl, you're nerdy like me. I love you, man.
It's really nice
to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yep. Peace.
All right, Gio, Perry, bye.
Peace. All right, yep. Which one of y'all want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
AJ killed it. Nurse Nerd killed it. I don't even want to be on the screen. All you needed was them two on the screen. They said everything I was going to say. I'm being real. Well, besides the medical, because I don't know medical like that. She was talking about metatarsal, carsal. I don't know what they talking about.
Lateral foot. I learned
that part. I know how to do a tourniquet, an IV, and a couple other things. That's about it.
Tourniquet, boy, I'm dead. What's an old tourniquet? Boy, tourniquet.
What about me and Gio expertise?
No, y'all good. Y'all good. Y'all good. I'm just saying, like, down below.
No, I feel you.
But honestly, I think it has to do with the business side of the house on how this is being handled. This has nothing to do. Yeah, it's a legal matter now. I see something happened in the car. Absolutely right. How did she know she shot him? I think I don't know, because none of us were there. It's just speculation, whatever. But the only thing I could see as a possibility of her knowing that she shot him walking away from him, she saw him having a gun in the car. The only thing. But that still doesn't mean anything, because he could have gave it to somebody else. Doesn't matter. But that's the only thing, the lying or omission portion of it, I don't understand. I get shot. He did it. She did it. Right. Whatever. I ain't got time for all that dragging it on for 6 months before you get a charge. For what? That don't make no sense.
He basically gonna tell. I don't blame you. You get shot, you better say something. You better tell.
I'm not gonna drag it on. You want me getting shot again? Nah. It happened once, it might happen again. I ain't stupid.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna get up out of here. Yeah. That's it.
Peace and love. What's up, nerd? We got you in here.
I think, like you said, when you do go into the court of law, there will be a conversation piece about both of them, the history, as how they are as people. As far as Megan, she has a history where she was criminally charged for domestic violence, and as well as Tori, where there's videos of him hitting another man and having different speculations and things of that sort. I just hope that they both, again, the truth comes out. But I think I read through somebody's comment. Someone has said that this is like an Illuminati initiation gone wrong. And as funny as that is, I think they're telling the truth. Because again, at the end of the day, she didn't want to say anything. She, even on the live, she sounded like she wanted to fight the fans over asking her a question. Man, we concerned about you and your health and your well-being. She wanted to go off on us as if though we forcing her. You had two options: not say anything and keep it moving with your attorneys.
You want me to give you a little hint? Go check out the WAP video and check out the background of those black and white checkerboards.
Listen, those type of things, there's certain things I let in my conscience as adults. There's certain things I'm not willing to allow in my spirit. Because when sis is over here twerking over an Alice in Wonderland dead cat, I'm not playing with it. I don't know what that was, but you twerk, it's not for me. Those initiations ain't for me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I ain't messing with this stuff either. We don't gamble in that field over here. Me and Perry ain't playing with that. We don't mess with them type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Again, a lot of people have been speculating about her, who's in her circle and things of that sort. I hope whoever's there at the end of the day, wherever the cards fall, whoever is there for her or Tori, I hope that they're going to be there from the beginning to the end. Because as we know, when you have all this, everybody in the world loves you. But when things start crumbling down and you become the regular everyday person with nothing, all of a sudden, no one's around you. How many NBA players and Mia? She was on that hit show with Ella Cool J. She's literally on the streets begging for money because she's strung out on drugs. So a lot of us need to be mindful of. It's very, very easy to have a bunch of friends when you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
But when it comes time for things to come up, when it's time to pay, who's gonna be there with you?
No, I feel you.
And that's all you gotta say, nerd. I'm sorry, I heard everything you said. That's it.
But next time we gotta have the doctor back again so we could go through this.
Dr. AJ. Yeah, that's a real
we gotta go through the decisions. We gotta go through. We want to know what materials we'll use.
I need to have y'all the YouTube channel talking about straight medical stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I can talk about the financial portion.
Oh, he was stabbed this way.
Uh-huh. So the infusion wouldn't have happened because of the cartilage, and then we would have got 2 drops. Come on, man.
Oh,
Then people said Perry quiet tonight. It's almost like sitting in court in that jury booth, and they breaking down all this medical stuff. I have no idea what they're talking about. I came in, thought the man did it. I'm leaving. I'm like, I don't know who did it. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem.
I don't know.
I came in. You told me to do the video. So actually, what I did is I called my son. He filled me in on it. So I said, okay, I'm good now. I'm just going to drop it. Start forgetting stuff. But you know, it's great.
I really hope that we keep an eye on where we make sure that all of this plays out in the court of law, because I feel like social media is great that we all talk to each other about different things, but it's kind of dangerous when you're not there with evidence and then we start pushing an agenda, and that's not what it is. Hopefully, whoever it is, they need to be held up to the highest court of law.
Yeah, you're right. But the only thing we know, he was arrested today, right?
Yeah. Well,
okay, yeah.
for pranks. He was already arrested.
Me and Gio ain't gonna say who did it. We just saying breaking news. He was arrested today. Now, falsely accused, guilty, we don't know. But he was arrested. So we spit the facts, right, Gio?
That's true. We gotta spit the facts. I'm gonna tell her how the way it is. If she say she shot him, he shot her. I'm just gonna say that. Whoever said it, they did it. If you smelt it, you dealt it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Without a doubt, if you held, you shot it. That's what it is.
But here's another question: why did she get back in the car with him?
That's weird to me. You know, like it probably was all. You never know. This stuff probably be all set up. Look, just take this shot to the foot, and we gonna make sure you get 20 million this year. Just take this. I can hear somebody right now. Take this shot.
Wrong.
TV.
Like I said, but some people like to try to save a relationship so bad that they know if they press charges. Now, things don't happen to people all the time where they refuse to press charges because, yeah, he did it to me, but I don't want to lose him.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I mean, I'm not saying that would happen. I don't know. I mean, but to get back in the car, maybe something like that happened.
I don't want to lose him.
You're right.
You said you stepped on glass this week, and the next week, oh, well, this wasn't really happened. So when that relationship, you know, you have a chance. Okay, maybe he'll stay with me down the stairs. Remember that one? While she at home with that bandage on her foot, he's still creeping out, upsetting her. Then the truth come out.
Yeah, he might break her neck, and she gonna say, "I fell down the stairs. I just slipped. I just happened to walk by, and the wind was blowing the wrong way, and I just."
That's scary. Yeah. Really scary.
I'm simply speculating. I don't know.
That's true.
All right, Nurse Nerd, peace and love.
All right, take care. Tell me what's up.
Bye.
All
right, yep. Hey, Perry, shout your channel out for the peoples if they don't know your channel.
They know my channel. It's Perry Sanders on YouTube. It's Perry Sanders 007. But check this out on Instagram. But me and Gio are gonna attempt this. We'll see how it goes because sometimes we get tired, you know. But we're gonna try to shoot out something every day. Yeah. And we definitely gonna bust it out on the block party tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
So, but at the same time, we don't know exactly what we're talking about because we can't talk about 90 Day all the time. So if we had to cover the local news, we're gonna do something.
Yep.
You know,
we're gonna bring it to y'all. We're gonna bring it to y'all. But yeah, if y'all ain't hit the like button, make sure y'all hit that like and that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you go follow me on Instagram at geo_said_it. And you know how I go, but me and your boy Perry gonna be covered. We're gonna be the news brothers.
The weekly news reporter. I'm in front of 7-Eleven right now. We just got a suspect that
we need to call in medical control.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Dr. AJ and Nurse Nerd.
Matter of fact, if we can't find them to talk about, I might volunteer to be a ride along with the popo.
You said a ride along.
Yeah, I can get the 411, baby.
Hey, let's give him a peace, man. Let's get up out of here.
All right. All right, now. Peace, everybody.
Peace, y'all. Peace and love.